Hi guys, how are you all today morning? Good morning. Today is 23rd June 2022. My name is TSV Raghavan and I live in Chennai, Tamil Nadu, India. I am a published author with Amazon Kindle and paperback. I write on spiritualism, fiction, and assorted subjects. This is my spiritual channel, and we have been making videos on spiritual talks, ideas, opinions, thoughts, etc., gleaned through our contemplations and meditation. Today, we will talk about how karma and destiny play its role in the lives of us mortals. We have been talking about it in our previous videos also, but at the risk of sounding repetitive, let me talk about one of the greatest legends, probably the greatest legend in the sacred Mahabharata of Hindu mythology. His name is Prince Devavrata alias Bhishma. We have already talked about him in my previous videos. How his mother Ganga tried to drown him just like she had drowned his seven other siblings into the Ganges when his father Raja Shantanu of Hastinapur tried to intervene. At that time, Ganga revealed herself for the first time to Shantanu and told him that she had only freed seven of her children from a particular curse by drowning them into her own Ganges, and that the eighth could not be drowned because probably this particular baby had some karma unleft to be worked out in this material world, and so she left this baby in the care of its father, King Shantanu. This baby, Devavrata, grew up, and then destiny began playing its part in his life. Actually, it had started playing its part in his life right from his birth, but it became more predominant after he reached adulthood. To glue him to this material world so that he can work out his karma, this boy Devavrata was afflicted with one of the five necessary evils of every human mortal, that is illusion. The five necessary evils are lust, greed, anger, illusion, and false ego or ego. Devavrata was afflicted with the fourth evil, that is illusion. He got deluded, and thus, because of his delusion only, he became Bhishma by taking a very terrible oath to help his own father, though his own father and Ganga never approved of this oath. Anyway, when Shantanu died and his elder son also went, and it was only the younger son Vichitravirya who was surviving, the mother Satyavati of Vichitravirya told her stepson Bhishma to hunt for a suitable match for Vichitravirya. Here again illusion played on Bhishma's role. This will have very startling effect in the history of India and Hastinapur in particular. Bhishma did not bring one suitor, but he snatched the three daughters of the king of Varanasi for his younger stepbrother. The three were called Amba, Ambika, and Ambalika. Unlike Ambika and Ambalika, Amba was already in love with a prince called Shalva or Shalya from a particular kingdom, and she wanted to marry him when Bhishma snatched the three sisters from the king of Kashi. In the ensuing battle, he defeated every prince who had come there into the marriage in the Swayamvara ceremony, including the Shalva Kumar, that is Amba's lover. This resulted in Hastinapur earning lifelong enmity with several kingdoms, which would ultimately culminate in the Kurukshetra war that was to come in future. These three daughters were brought to Hastinapur to marry Vichitravirya, but Amba refused to marry him and revealed to Bhishma that she was already in love with Shalva Kumar. Bhishma was contrite. He really did not know this, and so he told Amba, "You can go back and meet your lover and marry him." Amba said, "Okay." The other two married Vichitravirya. Amba, when she went back to her lover and told him that she wanted to marry him, was summarily rejected by Shalva Kumar. Angry at this, Amba came back and told Bhishma that she could not marry her lover and she does not want to marry Vichitravirya, so Bhishma should marry her. Bhishma told her about his oath. Then Amba demanded, in that case, what right did he have to spoil the life of a girl? On that day, Amba became a sworn enemy of Bhishma, and she vowed that she will certainly take revenge from Bhishma, whatever number of births she had to take in this world. And this ultimately culminated in Bhishma being killed by Arjuna, because the person who was standing between Arjuna and Bhishma was none other than Shikhandi, the first son of Drupada, who was none other than Amba herself in her next birth. When Bhishma's end came, he had to lie on a thorny bed of very poisonous, venomous, and painful arrows. At that time, Bhishma prayed to God, how is it that though I have never committed any sin or mistake in my last 100 births, I am going through this terrible tribulation? Lord Krishna told him, indeed, you have never committed any sin in your last 100 births, and this is going to be your last birth. You will never ever come in this material universe in a human body. However, you don't remember what you had done in your 101st birth, because this is going to be your last birth, so you will have to work out every karma that you have earned in this material universe. Bhishma asked him what was it that he had done before his 100 births. Lord Krishna told him, at that time you were a hunter with a very brave and warrior like countenance. You were extremely brave and valiant and an expert fighter and hunter, but you were also very cruel. You had the habit or hobby of catching hold of live snakes and throwing them into thorny bushes and enjoy watching them die painfully because of the thorns. This happened to be your hobby, and because you are going to work out your past sins and karma, and this is your last birth, hence the punishment for that cruelty is being meted out to you in this birth by your being forced to lie on a bed of poisonous, painful, and venomous arrows. This is what destiny does to every human being. We must all pray that we have already worked out all our previous karma and there is no karma left to be worked out, and whatever birth we have must be the last one in this material world. We should never do anything which will make us come back into this material birth, universe in our next birth or reincarnation. That is the ultimate goal of every soul, to go back to Godhead through self-realization, liberation, and deliverance. For that, we must avoid doing anything which makes us work out that karma in this world. Kindly subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon so that I can keep informing you of my other videos. Till we meet in my next video, it is good day from TSV Raghavan.